Okay, this video is simply for those that don't believe this phrase. When God blesses you with what's coming, you forget what you've lost. So, like we've been saying that phrase a lot of times. And honestly, it didn't make sense to me till today. When God blesses you with what you deserve or with what's like what He wants, like when God blesses you with that thing, with the main thing, you forget what you've lost. Now, this time last year, had just been rejected by the US Embassy. Aisha, 2 days prior, I was in Abuja for my US visa interview, which was hard to get a date because, getting a US visa interview, the struggle is real. And there was a lot of hassle back behind the stage to get a date, and I managed to get one, and I breezed into Abuja the next week, and I went for my interview. So I was excited about getting a date. That was like a huge testimony on its own. My mom was so grateful. Like, we were so happy. Finally, we got a date for the interview. And I was almost certain I was going to get the visa because in my head, I have travel history. Like, I've been traveling for the last how many years. I don't use 2 passports finish. For my mind, like, I have travel history. I had a permanent job. I mean, for those that don't know, I was a civil servant. So, like, government job, permanent, 5 years working experience and stuff. I feel like I had ties, like properties and stuff. That would be enough reason for them to give me a visa. I shocked. You pass who? I was so shocked. I was so pained. Like that US visa thing, he paid me well. Because honestly, I was almost certain I was going to get the visa. But they had genuine reasons for refusing me. There was a discrepancy with my I-20 and the document I was presenting to travel. Like the one I was giving my consular and what was on my I-20 was different. So they had genuine reasons to deny me, which was very painful because I was really pained because why did I not see that mistake? Why did I not see the discrepancy until the consular pointed it out? Like during the interview, I was like, but what you're telling me is different. This is what your I-20 says. I'm like, what did my I-20 talk? Now then my eye can't go that thing from that my paper. I didn't know there was a discrepancy. I did not see it. How did I know who knew? But then again, I was going to reapply, but I didn't have time. Long story short, that's why I already applied to UK visa. I didn't even have the UK admission at the time. I had to start looking like this from April, right? I came in July. I started looking for a UK admission, try and get my cast, try and make all my payments, blah 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 between April and May. My point is, by this time last year, I'd just been refused my US visa and I was devastated because where do I start from now? Where do I start from? Do you get? I know this because this was 2 days to my friend's sister's wedding, and I was in Abuja, and I remember just hurrying off and leaving Abuja and going back. I was supposed to stay in Abuja a couple of days more because trust me, I don't get I had like a dinner dress ready. I'll take my friends out and my visa had been granted. Like we're going to just go out in the evening to celebrate everything. Like everybody was just expecting to hear good news because like in my head, I had enough ties to get the US visa. So when they reject me, he ring my bell like gram. My younger star works in Abuja, so I just went to my younger star's office to chill, and then I went home and I was like, you know what, I'm not even staying in Abuja again. The next day, back, I just carried my load. I just went back to Yenagoa, and 2 days later, I was my friend's sister's wedding. If you see me at Tokwe's wedding, you will not know that I just rejected visa 2 days ago. I was just there having a nice time, but it's just today is Tokwe's anniversary, like traditional anniversary. That's why I'm just remembering that. This time last year, 2 years, I was really devastated. I was really heartbroken from my rejected visa. And I said like 1 year later, like when I'm like 1 year from now. So just for reference, that was me at the wedding, looking pink, looking fly, looking good, with a shattered heart because I still didn't have admission at this point, and I was supposed to leave the country, right? But I told myself that, don't worry, 1 year later, I will mark my visa rejection date. Like I will upload, because I took a picture. I think I have a picture somewhere of what dress I wore to the interview, shoes, everything looked good to the embassy and stuff. So I said 1 year later, I will upload that picture and just say, 1 year ago, I was rejected visa. The date passed. This was like just 2 days ago. I did not remember that on the 25th of April 2024. I was rejected visa. I can't remember. It did not cross my mind. 25th, but like I'm such in a good place that I forgot. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I don't forget what happened last year. Once again, this is just me reiterating the fact that when the blessing from God comes, you will forget what you've lost. You will forget it. It's not even be your memory. You don't go remember. Take you from me as a living testimony. I'm telling you this from life experience, and I'm not a motivational speaker. Do you get? Just, it's true. It's true. And I know it's hard. Like that period when you're going through stuff and you're just losing, it feels like you're losing, it feels like you're waiting on God for a blessing. That waiting period is hard, it's difficult. I know. Trust me, I know. Just live. When God comes through, everything else starts. You'll forget what life used to be like. You'll forget everything that you've lost, and you'll be so grateful. Me, I always live in the moment. So right now I'm living in the moment. I'm basking in God's love. I'm just living in gratitude. Me, I just the ball. I just the happy. That's all, man. And yeah, that's it.